Hi, my name's Rusty, and I'm just gonna make a little video just to as a tutorial for mainly for my players that that first start on Fantasy Grounds. I'm often teaching new players how to get started, so I thought I'd make a little YouTube video on how it all works. If you like the video, subscribe to my channel. So first thing, what I'm going to do is take you through how to download and install the software, and then go into your settings, change the install directory, and then checking for update. So first of all, what you want to do is go to the Fantasy Grounds website. So that's the address for it. If you just go to Google and Google Fantasy Grounds, it'll be the first ones that come up. First website, Fantasy Grounds. So that's what I'm doing now. Go to there, click on Fantasy Grounds. So this is a great website, very helpful. Some of the things that you will come back here for is the forums. Tons of stuff on here. Everything I've learnt has been from the forums. You can find other games through here, any technical issues. There's all sorts of stuff here that will help you with it. Also, later on when you're going to start buying content, you can go into the store and search for different things. This is where you go when when you've got all your downloads for instructions. You can log in. You can create a user account there, and once you if you start getting into Fantasy Grounds, I suggest you do get a login, and that's going to help you with store purchase and things like that. But for now, all we just need is the home page. If you scroll down here, now there's 3 types of packages you can get now. To get started, if you've got a DM that has an ultimate license, you just need the demo pack, and that's free. If your DM has a standard pack, then you're also going to need a standard pack as well. If you're planning on being a DM, grab the ultimate pack. It is well worth it, and you can pay a once-off subscription, $149 US dollars, and you've got that for life. So I think that's fantastic value. So you just hit the download for Windows or Mac, whichever one you're using, and off you go. Now I've already downloaded it, so I'm not going to run that. Just download it, choose the directory you want to put it in, and run the install. So once you've done that, you will get presented with this screen. This is like the launch screen. Before you do anything, what we want to do is go to settings and change the install directory. So go into settings and you get this little screen. Now the original directory that it's going to put in kind of is hidden, and it's hard to find, to navigate to. And then later on, what you're going to want to you might want to do if you become a DM is import images and other files, token files, and profile pics and all that sort of thing. If you change these directories now into one that of your choice, you'll always be able to easily find them. If you purchase a license, this is where you're going to put your license key in. So change your app directory and your data directory. Your app directory is where the Fantasy Grounds will be installed, and your data directory is where you're going to put all your images and things in later on. Next thing you want to do is check for updates, and you just click, and it's going to run through a program now to go through, and it'll check all your Fantasy Ground files to see if Fantasy Grounds have done an update. They do an update every week, just about, and whenever if they're fixing files or bringing out new content, they will send them out to and push them out to you via this. So you pretty much should do this every week. And if you don't, what will happen is you'll get out of sync with your DM on their package, and then it'll start creating errors in the game. You just let that run until it's finished. This is worth showing to you. I have 3 monitors running when I play Fantasy Grounds. I'm not saying you need 3, but as a DM I've got lots going on. So normally when you set it up, it'll just be on the one screen like that. But if you want to spread your app over several screens, you can just right click. Actually, what you want to do is you hit that little restore window there. Now once you've got it in that Windows thing, so you can adjust the size of that window, right? And that's how I'm able to spread that across multiple screens, and you can just play with it till you get it exactly how you want. Normally this is how I have it set up. I'm going to make this video on how to manage your characters, how to set up a campaign, and how to log on into a server. and we'll also get started with how to set up your character in Fantasy Grounds. So first of all, everything starts with the initial launch software. So I'm just going to load that up so you can have a look at it. If you want to know how to install everything, then go back to the a previous video I've made on how to download and install Fantasy Grounds. But once you've got it installed, you've done your updates, you've adjusted where you're storing all your files, you're ready to go. First thing you might want to look at is manage characters. When you go in here, you'll be able to see all the different characters that you've created in other worlds, in other games that you've played with. So I know for one that this one here is one that I've been working on in another campaign, so I can load up that, have a look at my character there. I should be able to see my character there. It drops the portrait of that. I can still go in there and do all my dice rolls and have a look, but I can't actually do a hell of a lot in terms of messing with my character sheet unless I'm in the game itself with my DM server. I could just in between game sessions get in there and have a look, but I could create a new character without having to be log into my DM server. And then later on, what you can do is once you're with the server, once you create a new one here, you can upload that character you've created into that DM server. So let's manage characters. Just have a look at these different tool buttons that are in here. These are all links back through to the Fantasy Grounds website. You can go to read to some of the forums, some of the videos that will help you, and the stores, all that's there. So a lot of the stuff that I've learnt and that I'm putting in these videos have actually come from watching these videos as well. So get in there and have a look at that. Now, to create a new campaign, click on the campaign, put the name of the campaign. We're just going to call this Tutorials. I will do this one in 5th edition. These are extensions. Now the extensions are things that you will get by looking through the forums, and there's all sorts of different ones there, and they add a bit of flavour. They can be problematic. Sometimes they cause errors, so you do have to be a little bit careful with them. Most of these just gives you desktop pictures to your game. Combat timer is really good. NPC flavors, I really like that. Roll for initiative, that is fantastic. So I'm going to load all them. That there is my server address. This got me caught for a little while. The internal server address is if you're just playing on a local network, you can give that to the other players. If you're working on playing with games that are with people that are not on your local server, in like your local network, you're gonna need an external address, or you can generate an alias here, and that's what I've done. You can run a test saying everything's working fine, and now I can just press start. So by ticking those different extensions, I could have changed the appearance of this layout and everything. This is the Roll for Initiative extension. What this does is allows me to, all the players that log into my game will go up here, and then I can select those players or select all of them, and I can press initiative, and then I can press a button and get them to then roll their initiatives or do any other rolls at my request, and then on their screen a dice roll window will pop up, and then they just hit that to do whatever roll that you ask them to make. It just means things can go a lot quicker. Downside of it is it's another extra task for the DM, and you are flat out when you're playing Fantasy Grounds. Next we'll talk about logging into a DM server. You want to join up a DM server, so you're going to start from this launch screen here, and you're going to hit join game. So then you'll go in the username bit. You can put whatever you want in there, it doesn't matter. The main thing is if you continue to play with that DM on their server, then you've got to keep using the same username. If you don't, what it means is every time you log in, you're going to have to re-download the files. The host address your DM will give you, and it might be a series of words like that, or a series of numbers, and hopefully they've enabled an alias and just give you a set of words that's easier. So once you put your name in and the host address, you just hit start. I will post a list of other websites, useful websites, below this YouTube video with links that you might be able to use to find other additional help. I hope you found it useful. If you like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll be uploading more stuff around for Fantasy Grounds College to support any classes I run there. Thanks for watching.